just now saw what are the different types of communications that take place in an organization. We also saw what are the directions in which the communication flows in an organization. Now we'll be talking about the forms of organizational communication. In an organization, communications can arise in different forms. For instance, when communication takes place between people of a group, it takes the shape of a network. These networks are the forms of communications through which people communicate. In the organizations, it's not necessary that only formal communication networks are there. There are informal groups also, and they also communicate. This communication is called the grapevine. Often managers make the mistake of ignoring the grapevine communication, but it is a very important source of information related to organization. Then computer aided communications also take place in an organization, and in these days of technology they are very frequently used. Another means or form of communication is knowledge management. We are in a knowledge era, and knowledge is the most important constituent of communication process. Formal small group networks follow a formal chain of command. If we see that diagram, we can find that it follows a typical pattern, and it is this which is invariably followed. The second type of formal networks are wheel networks, in which people follow the central figure. That means all communications arise from the central figure and lead to that. Then there is a third kind of network which is called all channel network. In this kind of a network, all members communicate with each other. The grapevine is the communication that stretches throughout the organization in all directions, irrespective of the authority level. This is the communications that takes place at the informal level and often is not very reliable. However, it serves a very useful purpose for managers because it can provide some very sensitive information which managers may not have access to. The grapevine is used to spread information bypassing the formal communications channel. Just like the grapevine plant, it spreads in random ways and it goes wherever it can. Computer aided communication comprises email and instant messaging. Email commonly is used for exchanging digital messages from an author to one or more recipients. Modern email operates across the internet or through other computer networks. Instant messaging is a form of communication over the internet that offers an instantaneous transmission of text-based messages from sender to receiver. These days of technology have necessitated the use of computer-aided communication. They are fast and reliable. Intranet and extranet links. An intranet is a private network that is contained within an enterprise, and only people working in that particular organization have access to this. Extranet links, on the other hand, connect internal employees with selected suppliers, customers, and strategic partners. Video conferencing is also used these days to communicate among people. It permits employees in an organization to have meetings with people at different locations. Live video and audio of members allow them to see, hear, and talk with each other. Many organizations today follow this pattern of communications for being in touch with the entire groups in organizations. Knowledge management. The process of organizing and distributing an organization's collective wisdom so that the right information gets to the right people at the right time. in this era of knowledge management, we have to ensure that right knowledge is disseminated and it is reaching the right time to the right people.